We're trying out Bendy and the Ink Machine for 1 hour. I hope you like horror, because I do. I love being scared. And today we're going to be scared by this happy cartoon man. I am ready for some frights, some shrieks, and who can say what else might happen? I am looking forward to this for 1 hour. I don't know too much about Bendy and the Ink Machine, other than the Wikipedia page. Says this was inspired by BioShock, which, from what I've seen of it, I guess I'll see. It didn't look like it, but we'll see. So this was an episodic game. First came out in 2017, and I like after the last episode came out in 2018, the full version came out, and that's what this is. It's all the episodes. I think a sequel to this came out not that long ago, but that's not what we're looking at. We're looking at the first game. Let's start a game. Dear Henry, it seems like a lifetime since we worked on cartoons together. 30 years really slips away, doesn't it? Tell me about it. If you're back in town, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you. Your best pal, Joey Drew. What does Joe Drew have to show us? Back in those days when we were making them cartoons, working on our workbenches. Making them animation cells.
All right, Joey. I'm here. Let's see if we can find what you wanted me to see.
What does he want us to see? The Dancing Demon. Discover Joey's secret. Bendy and Sheep songs. Little Devil Darlin'. Wow. Our company logo is still moving. After all these years. This would be the Bend Man himself. We're going to bend it like Bendy. That's what they say. It seems like everyone just left the workshop immediately. Like they left for lunch and then they never came back. We're still in the middle of animating.
Hey, here's my old desk. I wasted so much time in this chair.
This is where we worked? Is there some reason we're like at the end of a hallway and around a corner? I mean, it's private. It's private. No. All these blank post-its I kept around my desk. Just for inspiration, you know? Inspiration. See, art department, ink machine, the titular ink machine, the theater, the break room. Let's head to the art department. Let's not head to the art department. Let's head to the ink machine. Dreams come true. They can. Sometimes. What dreams are we talking about? Also, like, the ink pipe is busted. Gotta get a plumber in here to fix the ink pipe. Why do we have ink pipes? That's how animation studios work, if you didn't know. Where do you think they get all their ink? For their pens. Running, like you have running water in your home, right? They have running ink. They need constant running ink for their pens. That's how it works. I mean, we have digital now. We have digital, but back then... Yeah, see, ink output schedule. On Saturday, they had 423 gallons of ink. Watch your step. Huh. OSHA would not approve of that.
This lift could use a few dry cells.
Do we have any? Oh, that's where we need to put him in. Ink. Can't get enough ink. Doesn't matter how much ink you get, you're gonna use it all.
Let's see what you're hiding down there, old friend.
So I guess our character just moved on with their life after leaving the animation studio. And has returned just to see what the old friend wants to show. What are we doing with our lives now? Probably furry commissions. I understand that's what you do. You're an out-of-work animator. You gotta go where the money is. I turned on the ink machine. Right, watch the step. Can I not? I don't... Okay, there we go. I was about to say, can I open this door? Yes, I can. I can open the door. Can I open any door? Okay, yeah. I'm picking things up. Collectibles. I don't know what they are, but I can pick them up. Don't forget to punch in. You could save my job. Am I Henry? Why is my punch card in there? Work hard, work happy. That's right. It's a privilege to work here. Is there a fire back there? We probably should see about that. Is there anything else down here? It doesn't seem like it. Bacon soup is what this can is. Why am I picking up the cans of soup? I'm sure there's a reason. Maybe we're just very hungry. We really want some soup. Ah! It's frightening.
Oh my god. Joey, what were you doing?
I don't know. He's like making a goofy animatronic with like a rib cage. Was it not enough for him for his cartoons to stay cartoons? He needs to make them real. Who's laughing now? I don't know. Is it me? Am I the one who's laughing? Oh, Boris the Wolf is the name of this character. Was, our friend, was Boris his waifu? He needs to make the waifu real? You don't understand. It's not enough. Not enough to remain two-dimensional.
Alright, how do I get this to work?
Alright, here's the ink machine. Low pressure. I have to locate and place the objects. You know, the objects, okay? Here's pedestals and objects I need. So is it just find the 6 objects, put them on the pedestals, and activate the ink machine? Alright, I guess that's what we're doing. Hello.
Put this here.
I did, obviously. Look, it wasn't here before, and I'm the only one here, so I must have put it here. That's not hard to figure out. Hello. He will set us free. Got a record. Oh, got some music going. I got an achievement for turning on the soundtrack. Okay, that door cannot open. First time I was at that door, I didn't realize I could open doors. Now I do realize that. The knowledge gives me power. Not sure if I should be going back to areas I've already been in. Would there be anything new? Do things change? Like some certain scary layers? We're familiar with some layers. We've been experiencing some layers in which you do some things and then some things change. I don't know if Bendy works the way the layers do.
Looks like they knocked out a wall or two after I left. Guess it took a few people to replace me.
Alright, let's not get a big head here. Yeah, took 3 people to do the work that I did. They couldn't do it as well as me. I mean, why would you block off the bathroom? That's just bad for worker morale. All right, delicious bacon soup. Just the way the little devil likes it. Made from a traditional family recipe. It tastes just like the home kitchen cooking. That's something something. It tastes just like how I remember it from home. Is there anything in here? Oh, hold on. There we go. Got something. Can we just leave? Of course we cannot leave. Remember that one game we played, Filthbreed, in which you could just leave at the beginning? And there is an ending to doing that. It's like a bad ending, because it's like, hey, you didn't do anything. But they let you do it. They let you do it. They let you just go. Which was fun. Was there anything? Oh, okay. Gear. Could I pick up that gear before? I don't think it was flashing when I was here. I mean, maybe it was. Maybe I just had my eyes on the batteries. That could be. All right, down here. It seemed like there wasn't anything. I interacted with this.
Always on time. Like the old grind.
Looks like I can just keep doing it. I wonder if that's a save point. Is there a pick-upable down here, though? I did pick up soup, but I don't actually know why we need or want soup. It's like there's like a force field here or something stopping us from getting to the fire? Of course, we have been here. That doesn't open. That's the exit. This. And the main room. Doesn't seem like there's like... I mean, we can jump. It doesn't seem like there's like platforms, though, or anything like that. Like to go up to like... you know, through the roof or anything. It doesn't seem like it. And there's this guy. Oh, we can take the wrench that's in his chest now. Okay. Here's this. All right. So let's see. We picked up this bottle. There's that. We picked up a gear. There's that. Wrench. There we go. I don't think we found... No, we didn't find book. There's also musical note. Okay, record. We found that. And Bendy himself. What is that, like a plush? Looks like a plush Bendy. So Bendy and a book. We have not found yet. Bendy, do you have like a plush version of you around here somewhere?
At this point, I don't get what Joey's plan is for this company. The animations sure aren't being finished on time anymore, and I simply don't see why we need this machine. It's noisy, it's messy, and who needs that much ink anyway? Also, get this. Joey had each one of us donate something from our workstation. We put them on these little pedestals in the break room to help appease the gods, Joey said. Keep things going. I think he's lost his mind. But hey, he writes the checks. But I tell you what, if one more of these pipes burst, I'm out of here.
Alright, that was very Bioshock-ish, yes. Yeah, it was. Okay, so work is behind. We're not... Oh, hello, Bendy. Can I get in there? Can I? No? No? Okay. Work is not getting done on time. The employees are unsatisfied with how the company's being run. It seems like the boss has strange priorities. And you know what that means, strange priorities. It means the management is getting into crypto. Run while you can. The boss says the next project is making some Bendy NFTs, and I'm like, what? What are we even doing here no more? I tells ya, I got into this for the passion of animation. Is there anything else in here? Doesn't seem like I can close the door behind me. Oh, a little theater. What we got in here? There's the plush. Squeak, squeak. Doesn't seem like we can play anything. Or at least at the moment. Alright, we have the plush. We need book. Where is book? I've not seen book. You will set us free. Alright, this was where I found the record. So do kids find, like, ye old rubber tube style animated characters frightening? Because I hear this is popular with kids, these games. I'm kind of surprised, like, animation that's this old would have any sort of, I don't know, relevance with the youngins? Like, for someone of my age, sure, when I was real young, I would have been, like, watching cartoons early in the morning. There have been, like, Looney Tunes cartoons and such, and sometimes they would show something that was real old and weird. And that, but and then, like, that kind of thing can sort of, like, stick in your brain, sure. Do the youngins these days happen upon the accidental old... Is that a book? Is that book? That looks like book, but how do I get in there? I can see how the youngins can, I mean, I was about to say, I could see how, like, something like that could stick in your brain, but would the youngins just happen across that kind of thing? I mean, wouldn't, like, the thing that kind of triggers their response be, like, Elsa Spider-Man 3D cartoons? Like, I can imagine, like, 30 years from now, someone, like, an accountant, just happening upon seeing an image of Elsa, and it triggers something deep in their brain. Well, I guess book is in there, but is there any way in there? It doesn't seem like I can do anything with the wooden boards. And it doesn't seem like there's, like, another entrance in there. It doesn't... Well, there is, like... There's, like, a grate on the ceiling, but can I get above it? I don't know if I can get above that. I don't think I can interact with this. No, I think we're on the top floor. I don't think we can get above where we are. Would I have to find a tool to interact with the boards? Well, so far... I was about to say I have opened every door I could, but that doesn't make sense, because if there was a door I haven't tried yet, I mean, that wouldn't be open. So that statement doesn't really make sense. Never mind, I was going to say that. Ignore that. I mean, when it comes to what's scary, though, what is something that scares you? That's going to vary a lot from person to person. Now, who's to say what's scary for one person is going to be scary for another? I mean, to be honest, when I look at this and it's... Right, I can put that down. But book is the one that I don't have. To be honest, when I look at the style of it's like rubber hose animation, but scary, like the main thing that ever comes to mind is that old Suicide Mickey story. That was some time ago. That was real edgy. The Lost Mickey Mouse cartoon that if you watched it, it would compel you to commit suicide. This seems a bit more, bit more calm than that, maybe. I don't know if that's what Bendy's up to. I don't know if that's how Bendy gets his kicks. Alright, so the current situation now. I need to find a book. I did see a book in that blocked-off bathroom. I did see it. But it's boarded off, that bathroom. And I don't know if I need to find a tool of some such. Can I jump over this? Doesn't seem like it. Do we need to find a tool to get into that bathroom? Or is that just... am I barking up the wrong tree with that idea? Is that just not what it is? Oh wait, there are books here.
Okay, that's all of them.
Never mind. I was observing the forbidden book. Turns out that forbidden book is indeed forbidden, and the actual book is not hard to get. It's just lying out there. Just take it. Just take the book. Just take that. And now let's find our way back to the room. Right, that's where bathroom was. I don't need you, bathroom book. I don't need you. No, that's that one. That's that one. See any good horror movies lately? What's your taste in horror? Just for, oh, here we go. Here's the pedestal room. Let's put this down. Slam dunk it down there.
Flowing somehow. Should be a switch around here somewhere. Then I can start up the main power.
Why do we need to get the ink flowing? I need to locate the pressure valve. I can't just pull this. Why do we need to do that? Why do we want to do that? It sounds like our friend just said we should come here. He has something he wants to show us. And we're doing a lot based on that one thing. I feel if our friend wants to show us something, our friend better get out here and just show it to us without any of this nonsense. What are we even doing here? We need to find Valve. We are looking for Valve. So actually, as far as horror movies go, recently I just got a subscription to Shudder, the streaming horror movie thing, just because I felt like watching some horror movies. So today I watched 2 horror movies. One was Lake Mungo, which I heard people saying was quite good. I thought it was quite good. Not exactly a horror movie, though. It's a sad movie. It's really a movie about grief and experiencing loss and letting go. It's quite sad, but it's not really scary. Not really a horror movie. It looks like it's gonna be. Like when you watch it, you think it's gonna turn into a horror movie, but it's just, oh, it's real sad. But it was good. It was a good movie. And then the second one I watched after that was called Slacks, Slaxx, about a living pair of jeans that kills people. And that wasn't so good. Like, that was kind of on the opposite end of the spectrum of what a horror movie could be. And I mean, honestly, you can save your time. You don't need to watch Slacks. You don't need to watch it. I thought they could have done a lot more with the concept of the killer pair of pants. They could have done more. Oh, hello. Am I going the right way? Thanks, Bendy. Is this the whole cartoon? Not much happened in here, Bendy. Alright, we turned it. Oh, man. Am I gonna have to walk through that? My clothes are drenched with ink now. Thanks, Bendy. Gotta turn on that ink machine. All right, it's ready to go. Let's turn it on. Great, we did it. I'm not sure what we did, but we did it. Bendy, what happens now? I turned you on. I turned the ink machine on, which I assume also means I turned Bendy on. And, do I have, like, an objective I can look up? Oh, it still says turn it on? But I turned it on. It says running. There's no other interactables, I don't think. Oh, wait, there was that other room. Yeah, with the... where I pulled the machine up. That's right, that's right. Man, there's a lot involved here in turning this thing on. I bumped my head. Run. What am I running from? Excuse me, I need to get in there. My objective's in there, sir. You know, we're gonna have to have a long talking to with our friend about what's going on. We got an achievement for that. Objective is to drain the ink, find the valves, and turn them. Oh good, another audio log. No, this ain't natural. None of this here is natural. And want me to do repair work on these machines with the pipes, with the ink, with the weird sounds? No, thank you. Turn, turn, turn. That's neat that our workplace has a labyrinth underneath it. We worked here all these years and we never actually explored the labyrinth. An axe might come in handy. The creator lied to us.
This will definitely come in handy.
Nyeh. Eh. Eh. Nyeh. Eh. Nyeh. Nyeh. Eh. Nyeh. Huh. Nyeh. Those ink fumes, they'll get you. They'll get you every time. Oh, that was the first chapter, huh?
Oh, my head. What happened?
So I guess when this first came out, that's where it ended?
Well, I guess there's only one thing to do. Press on. See if I can find a way out.
We could also try, like, drinking the ink. Probably tastes real good. Nah. It'll set us free.
How did this place get so big?
He appears from the shadows to rain his sweet blessings upon me. The figure of ink that shines in the darkness. I see you, my savior. I pray you hear me. Those old songs, yes, I still sing them. For I know you are coming to save me, and I will be swept into your final loving embrace. But love requires sacrifice. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
I said, can I get an amen?
And I said amen.
Hello? Excuse me, can you help me? Hello? Where the hell did he go?
That's inconsiderate. Just vanished when we need help. Apparently, there's no such thing as too much soup.
Need to get power to this gate somehow. Should be a couple switches nearby. Then maybe I can open it.
Alright, I wasn't able to do that before getting the objective, huh? It's always a good sign to come back to your workplace after being away for years and to find that everyone's just sort of, I don't know, formed some sort of weird cult to your cartoon mascot. The workplace culture has changed since we left. Nyeh.
It's really dark in here.
Music department. Well, I mean, it's the music department. They don't need light because they're not drawing anything. You can save on power by not lighting the music department.
So first, Joey installs this ink machine over our heads. Then it begins to leak. 3 times last month we couldn't even get out of our department because the ink had flooded the stairwell. Joey's solution? An ink pump to drain it periodically. Now I have this ugly pump switch right in my office. People in and out all day. Thanks, Joey. Just what I needed. More distractions. These stupid cartoon songs don't write themselves, you know?
These voice logs don't seem to be questioning, why do we have all these pipes full of ink? Like, they don't like the pipes full of ink. They say they leak. They make weird noises. They're inconvenient. But no one's, like, asking, why do we need gallons and gallons of ink flowing through pipes in our workplace? You think that would be the primary question? Sent from above with Alice Angel. She sings, she dances.
and he dashes from the projection booth and down to the recording studio like the little devil himself was chasing behind. A few seconds later, projector turns on. But Sammy, oh no, he don't come out for a long time. This man is weird, crazy weird. I've got half a mind to talk to Mr. Drew about all this, I really do. But then again, I have to admit, Mr. Drew's got his own peculiarities.
You know, the workplace culture is going down the tubes. Everyone's dissatisfied. It's going to affect the product. It's going to affect the quality of the product.
Looks like the stairwell's flooded. If I'm gonna get out of here, I'll need to find a way to drain it.
Well, that's where we came in. The lighter side of hell. It's good to be able to think of the lighter side of everything, really. Oh, it's a guy. Nyeh. Nyeh. Eh. Oh, my vision's getting vignetted with ink as I get hurt. Have I become an ink being myself? Oh, did Bendy just birth me? I'm not sure if that's what that was. Bendy and the ink machine might be, you know, playing with some fetishes here. But then again, it is animation, so what do we even expect? You know, somewhere filed away is a whole load of Bendy porn somewhere in this animation studio. You're not supposed to see that. It's not supposed to leave the studio. No, I can open. Ah, that's the rec room. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have, like, a pool cue, but I can just push the balls, I guess. Oh, there's an eyeball there. How fun. Is there a reason to try to sink all the balls? Probably not. Probably not. I mean, I might as well while I'm here, though. It's kind of just thinking, I don't really see like there's like a consistent theme there with using an axe to kill ink monsters. Like, why an axe? You think there would be something, you know, specific that the ink monsters would be weak to, instead of just hit them with an axe. Chop them down. with your axe. Can't seem to actually get these in the holes. Nah. Okay, that one went in. What about that? No, that one almost went in. Did not go in. Doesn't always... Okay, guess they can't fall off the table. They can fall off the table. I don't know if there's anything I would do with that. But they can. Well, I can't sink them all now. I can't sink them all now. What was I doing? Oh, probably going up these stairs. Oh, the theater's on now. Oh, Bendy and his skeleton buddy. What are they up to? What are those scamps up to? Not a whole lot. Do not let Joey see this, all right? Here's the animation, the emotion sheet, the facial expression sheet for Bendy. There's happy, there's sad, there's disgust, there's angry. You can see the wide variety of emotions that Bendy is capable of. Sammy Lawrence, music department director.
Better get overtime for this. Well, there's the pump switch, all right. But that's one hell of a leak blocking the door, though. If I could just stop that ink from flowing, maybe I can get in.
Maybe we could.
I was going to get my dustpan from the hall closet the other day, and guess what? I can't find my stupid key. It's like it disappeared into thin air or something. All I can think of is that it must have fallen in one of the garbage cans I was making my rounds last week. I just hope nobody tells Sammy, because if he finds out I lost my keys again, I'm out of here.
Oh man, can't find my keys. The boss is gonna kill me. Oh. The animation studio has an infirmary? It's full of ink. Anyone found faking illness will be docked a full week's wage. Not sick, not paid. It's been a long time since anyone's used this.
Sammy says she may be as popular as Bendy someday.
All right. Well, someone at least is happy working here. It's the first time I've heard anyone actually expressing some satisfaction. But she hadn't been there for long, though. She had only started recently working there. If we find, like, a voice log from, like, a month later, it's probably going to be a different story. And of course, we already were there. Any reason to turn that on? What are we doing? Retrace Wally's steps. Well, we eventually wanted to... ultimately, we wanted to drain that so we could go through that door. I already did that. And we wanted to go into the office of, the audio director. But the door, there's like a big leak in front of the door. Also, we got an audio log from someone saying he lost the key. Oh, there's an enemy, though. So maybe that means we're on the right track. So this is the way we came from, but there are enemies popping up here. So maybe we should be going back here. I guess this is as far as we can go, though. Infirmary. We can't go down there because it's full of ink. This is where we have to go in. Right, Wally is the log that we saw. He says he must have fallen in one of the garbage cans. His key must have. So I have to retrace Wally's steps. Like garbage cans like this? Ah, there. Nope. I guess that's not the key. That maybe it's this. It's that.
Every artistic person needs a sanctuary. Joey Drew has his, and I've got mine. To enter, you need only know my favorite song. The violin shudders with a piercing voice, the banjo playfully clucks. The banjo, once again, strums its melody. The bass fiddle sings with deep articulation. Sing my song, and my sanctuary will open to you.
All right, violin, banjo, banjo, fiddle.
Punching in. I know there's something I've got to do in here, but I feel like I'm missing something.
Is the violin here? Oh, okay, I see it. I didn't see that at first. Did I not get that? Doesn't seem like anything happened. And maybe let's turn the movie on when I do that. I don't know if that would make a difference. Is there any musical instruments up here? There it is. All right. Oh, the sanctuary is his bathroom? I guess that makes sense. Sing a happy song, whistle a merry tune, wait for his arrival. He's coming very soon.
One down.
Ow. Once again, we are birthed out of the ink tunnel. Find the second valve. Would there be anything different around here, or... I feel like we kind of gone over the map. Unless, like, a second valve is just going to appear now that I've done the first one. Yeah, okay, the infirmary is open now that I've done that. No fighting in the infirmary. Please.
Oh no, there's no valve. Where did it go?
Someone stole the valve. It's supposed to be here. It is not. Who's the scamp who stole this valve? Down here, we're all sinners.
Was that thing holding my valve?
Sheep will come to slaughter. That ink monster stole the valve.
I love the quiet, and that's hard to come by in these busy times. And yeah, sure, it may stink to high heaven down here, but it's just perfect for an old lyricist like me. Sammy's songs always got some bounce, but if I didn't get away once in a while, they'd never have any words to go with them. So I'll keep my mind to singing and my nose closed.
Kind of depressing place to have your office. Deep underground, amongst the ink pipes. Yeah, you know, I don't got no windows or nothing, but it's okay. It's not so bad. I got my privacy. I could think about my lyrics. It could be worse. Alright, so... what does that do? Okay, it's like a smashy thing. Hold on. Patient. Be patient. Even this guy's stealing my valve wheel.
Nice hat, though.
We are not sorry about that. Turn.
Okay, that should do it.
Should it? Return to Sammy's office. Control my pump. Ink machine Mark II.
Another day, another dollar.
Kind of depressing that. I mean, I guess like the, you know, the... oh. Did I get smacked?
Rest your head. It's time for bed. There we go now, nice and tight. We wouldn't want our sheep roaming away now, would we? No, we wouldn't. I must admit, I am honored you came all the way down here to visit me. It almost makes what I'm about to do seem cruel. But the believers must honor their savior. I must have him notice me. Wait, you look familiar to me. That face. Not now, for our Lord is calling to us, my little sheep. The time of sacrifice is at hand. And then I will finally be freed from this prison, this inky, dark abyss I call a body. Shh. Quiet. Listen. I can hear him crawling above. Crawling. Let us begin. The ritual must be completed. Soon he will hear me. He will set us free.
Woo, yeah, set us free. Set me free, Ink God. Hey. I don't see any setting free happening.
Rest your head. It's time for bed. In the morning, you may wake. Or in the morning, you'll be dead. Hear me, Bendy. Arise from the darkness. Arise and claim my offering. Free me, I beg you. I summon you, ink demon. Show your face and take this tender sheep.
Yeah, take me, Daddy. Wait, is someone else being taken? That's disappointing. I thought I was going to be taken by my inky lord. I bet some inky action is happening in there. And I'm not part of it? Man. Story of my life. Here I am supposed to be sacrificed. I'm not even good enough for that. Oh, did the music stop already? I thought we were like in some sort of middle of some sort of exciting chase. Maybe not. Oh, it doesn't seem like I can advance. Oh, okay, no, I can just do that. All right, well, we have been going for an hour with Bendy and the ink machine. Finally. Oh, I'm getting rebirth, though. No matter how many times my inky lord takes me for his own, it looks like we just come right back out the ink hole. Splorch. Well. Like I said, we have been looking at Bendy and the ink machine. Man, is there any fate that could be better for us in a constant cycle of being taken by the Inky Lord and being rebirthed just to be taken all over again? I'm glad we came. So is Bendy. So we've been playing Bendy and the Ink Machine for an hour. And well, obviously we've gotten the happiest ending possible. A story about an animation studio that, I don't know, is Bendy like a tulpa or something? Did, like, I don't know, Bendy became popular and people liked him, and so maybe the boss at this animation studio decided he had to bring Bendy into the real world to have so much sex with Bendy. I'm gonna assume that's the story. I'm gonna assume that's what's happening, because that makes the most sense. I don't see anything else that could be likely. That has to be it. And so he succeeded. He made his dream come true. And we've made our dream come true. Playing Bendy and the Ink Machine for an hour. I got an achievement because I escaped the Bendmeister. Apparently. We've been playing for an hour. And we met a person.
Someone there? I know you're in here. Come out and show yourself.
We still sound very calm considering what's been happening.
Boris?
It's a very nice cut to black. The shocking reveal. Boris? Is that the end of episode 2? Been on the loading screen for a bit now. I mean, it's keeping the tension going. It's keeping the tension. I'm full of inky tension about what could possibly happen after that. And, you know, what better way to end Bendy and the Ink Machine but to just, you know, keep the tension going forever, as Bendy has trapped us in his dark loading dimension, I guess. Okay, Bendy and the Ink Machine. You go back to your old workplace. You're like, man, I'm glad I left this place. I don't mean to be here for a while. I just came to see what my old friend wants to show me. And then it turns out what he wants to show him is the cult to the cartoon character that you used to make. And you're like, hey, remember all of the lewd artwork we used to draw of Bendy? Remember all that? And it's like, yeah, I remember that. But you didn't have to bring him to life. You didn't have to do all that. But he did. They did. And they're having the time of their lives in Bendy and the Ink Machine. We played, I assume, through chapter 2. I'll never know, because we're locked, apparently. I guess we're locked on this loading screen. I'm just going to guess that's the end of chapter 2. I'm going to assume that it is. I guess the only question here is, what does AI-generated rock think of Bendy and the ink machine? And honestly, as I'm looking through my rocks, I don't really see anything that has a very accurate depiction of what the rock may think about this. So I'm just going to put this one up. I don't even remember what that is. Is that the rock with Goku? I don't know. Is that what that's? I assume that was the prompt. I assume that was the prompt I put in to make that. But let's just say that's how the rock feels about Bendy and the ink machine. I hope you enjoyed this hour-long look at the horror extravaganza. That's our look at it.